How you going, guys? It's Jetsimmer here, and welcome to another tutorial. We're doing our turns now, so we'll be obviously needing to turn the aircraft eventually instead of just going straight all the time. So the easiest way of turning, there's a few different things. So you can use the cowling at the front, the engine cowling. You've got the attitude indicator or the turn indicator down there. Now we're only really worried about the ball going left and right there, and we'll get to that if it doesn't. We have on the top of the attitude indicator a couple of markings. We have 10, 20, 30 and 45 degrees. We also have a couple of diagonal lines down the bottom there that also indicate 25 and a 45 degree bank of angles. So we're only really going to need to turn at 20 to 30, no more than 30 in a turn. So this aircraft, as stated down here, is a 2-minute turn. You can do a full turn in around 2 minutes. Right, so how to turn. First off, obviously, leading on from our previous lesson, we have our aircraft at our straight and level flight. Now, to start turning, when we start turning, you'll notice the aircraft, one, will either start descending, which it is, alright, or it'll start climbing. Most of the time, it will start descending. If it starts climbing, that means you just got a thermal under you, or you're pulling back on the stick too much. Right, so we want to turn to the left. So let's look at our compass down there. We want to turn to the west. So to turn, as we're turning, you want to keep the nose from dipping. And we want to hold the attitude indicator in the 20 degree mark there. So we'll just lower the nose, holding it at the 0, looking out at the horizon for a 20 degree. Alright, so we'll straighten up at the west. So when you're looking at the horizon, you want to make sure that you're looking for a 20 degree angle on your nose to the horizon. Alright, go ahead and drop it back down to 3000. And we'll turn out to the, we'll go 180 to the east. So we'll lower the nose just a tad. Alright, there we go. Alright, so I'll go ahead, turn 20. We'll let the nose drop so we can get our back on track. And try not to grip the hell out of the yoke or joystick that you are using whilst doing these maneuvers. Alright, so we're back down to 3000, so I'm just going to pull up just a tad to maintain that. And easy does it. As you can see, the ball down in the left turn indicator is not moving, which is really good. Now we roll out about 20 degrees prior to east, because you're still rolling quite considerable. As you turn out, as you see in the aircraft, it started to pitch up. So again, we'll do a 180. So when you turn out of the turn, you want to start pitching down. So we'll go ahead and do another 20 degree bank. Keeping that 20 degree bank on the attitude indicator, as well as looking at the horizon as well. So 20 degrees from the horizon, 20 degrees on the attitude indicator. We're climbing a bit, so I'm just going to drop the nose just a tad. We'll do a full 360 this time. As you can see, our speed has not changed at all. It's still sitting at 100 knots, which is really good. Means our aircraft's somewhat trimmed out, and we did well in our last tutorial. Alright, so we're coming around to east now. So around about 20 degrees prior to east, which is 090, we need to start turning out. So we'll start turning out now, but as we turn out, we need to drop the nose. No, it turned out a bit too soon then, that's okay. So we'll just keep it going at a 10 degree turn. And we'll start turning out now. Alright, so that was a lot better. So as you're turning, alright, so we'll go to the left now. So turning to the left, 20, we'll do a 30-degree bank, show you a little bit more exaggeration of a turn. So 30-degree bank, hold. We are dropping quite a bit there, so we need to turn back just a tad as we pull up to hold our altitude at the same time. Now, as you can see, that ball has started to drift. So we just have to do a bit of left rudder, and it comes back inside. So if it's out to the left, it's left rudder. If it's out to the right, it's right rudder. Simple as that. Alright, we're going to roll around to the east here. Pulled up a bit too much there, so I'll just release the yoke. And we'll roll back out. Alright. And now that we're finished, oh, I just put a bit of yoke, rudder in. My bad, I had an itch on my foot. Right, last again, we'll do a 30-degree to the right, and that will be our lesson. It's very simple, just maintaining the 30 degrees on the horizon, the 30 degrees on your attitude indicator, and maintaining your altitude as best you can, and looking at that little turn ball, which I've just corrected, and stopping the aircraft from diving as best you can. Now, the aircraft should be quite easy to turn and hold on altitude if you've got it trimmed from straight and level flight. Alright. And there it is. Done. No problems at all. So, thank you guys for joining. Oh, a bit of stutter there. Thank you guys for joining, and until next time, that will be it. Our next lesson will probably just be landings, and then we'll go on to circuits and emergency procedures in the future. But for now, thank you for joining, and we'll see you again next time.